be careful what we wish for, because now the contract that Osimhen signed, the last contract that he signed with Napoli, he shouldn't have signed that contract. Because one terrible club that you don't want to joke with when it comes to player transfer and negotiation, number one team that you should not joke with is Napoli. Aurelian De Laurentiis, ADL, is a very stubborn man to deal with when it comes to letting player go. Followed by Leipzig, followed by Brighton, that I know. These three clubs, they will stress you. These three clubs, even Leverkusen, yes, Leverkusen is very, very stubborn to deal with. That last contract that he signed was a problem. He shouldn't have signed that contract. Now, the news. Let me read the news that I'm getting from Fabrizio Romano. Let me read it. It's, Fabrizio Romano said he understands Napoli have now rejected new formal proposals sent by Galatasaray today for Victor Osimhen. Galatasaray offered 70 million today with bank documents attached for payment guarantees. Napoli President De Laurentiis wants 75 million guarantee and he has rejected it. Exactly what is the problem with Napoli and Osimhen? Why are they suffering him like this? Because now people come online and shout, he doesn't want to go to Premier League, he doesn't want to do this, he doesn't want to do that. These are the problem. These negotiations and everything is the problem. Maybe if they have lowered their valuation, even if Osimhen didn't lower it, so maybe if the club have lowered his valuation, maybe Chelsea would have signed him, because Chelsea had the intention of signing him the last time. You understand? So because people come and shout, it's not this, it's this, that. See, if it's another club, they will have let the player go. Why are you punishing the player? Why? Galatasaray doesn't have all this money to deposit at a stretch. They don't. So they come with some deposit and they come with some installment. Now the reason they are not taking that is they are not taking that 75. It was actually 70 mil that Galatasaray offered. Napoli wanted 75. So Galatasaray offered 70, and they now spread. They had deposit of about 34 million. They are now going to be paying the remaining in installment. Now, the number one problem Napoli has was that the valuation was not up to 75 million, it was 70 they presented. And then the installment, they said they want it on just 2 installments. That was the reason they rejected it. Now, if they had agreed on maybe that installment, maybe Galatasaray will have come up with like maybe 2 installments, but the 5 million was the reason they rejected it. For what this player have done for you, you are supposed to let this player leave. Let him go and enjoy his time. And if Osimhen wants to be very stubborn, he can decide to come and stay in Napoli and see out his contract. But how will a professional handle not playing for a 1 year? Because there's just 1 year left on his contract. So why is so much valuation on the player? Why? It's just having 1 year left on his contract. Let me know what you think about all this saga that is going on. Because now, this was what has been happening since last season. You know, early this season rather. And then it's still happening currently now. And then the desire of Galatasaray to want to get their man, their resilience, I give them kudos for it, because if it was the other club who have come for him, they will have left the negotiation table. Just an hour interval, Fabrizio Romano dropped this again. Let me read it. He said this is about an hour or 2 ago. He said Galatasaray submit new proposal to Napoli for Victor Osimhen after 70 mil rejected. Turkish club now offers 75 million with 40 million immediate payment and 35 in installment, with bank guarantees as key point again. Decision up to Napoli once again. Now we are expecting this deal to either get approved or rejected again. But of course now Galatasaray have come up with 75 million. You understand, to pay 40 and then to pay remaining 35 in add-ons. So, what do you make of all these stories? What do you make of what do you think Osimhen has done to deserve all these things? All these issues, what do you think he has done to deserve it? Because this guy was exceptional. He did not play with a Napoli's shirt with sentiment. He gave his all, he delivered his all. I for one think that the club should even respect the fact that this is a player that has done something significant for them. Why? This same punishment is what they are currently dishing out to Gyökeres too, of the one Arsenal is after. Now he has reported not to be going back to training again because he felt like the club betrayed him. They have a gentleman agreement. And that was the same agreement that Napoli has with Victor Osimhen, that they allow him to sign the second deal he signed. I just wish that they are able to get this done. They just get this over with in no time so that the player can go to where he's loved. And I hope that most of us that we are shouting, Osimhen is this, Osimhen is that, he likes money too much. We are now beginning to see the problems that is there. It's not about just the player lowering his valuation. Now Gyökeres has lowered his valuation. People are comparing because Gyökeres lowered his valuation. Osimhen his wages rather. Osimhen too supposed to lower his wages. It's not like that. Gyökeres dropped 2 million from his salary, and then now what's the name? Sporting, have they released him for Arsenal? To Arsenal rather, they haven't. A stubborn club is a stubborn club. A stubborn club is a stubborn club. As long as you are under contract with them, they have everything to hold you. That is exactly what is happening to Napoli and Osimhen. It's not about him not wanting to play in Premier League. They increase the salary and then give him another contract to increase his market value. And then no top team is coming to pay his wage and the market value because the two combines are too high. By the time you sign Osimhen alone, you won't be able to sign any other player. It becomes a problem. That's why the other teams are not going for him. PSG was able to agree deal with him, but the PSG were unable to agree with deal with Napoli because Napoli will not budge. If not because I ever say 75 minutes, it was 90 they were calling for PSG. Maybe he would have been a PSG player by now. So what do you think about all these issues relating with Napoli and Osimhen? Let me know what you think in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Do you think Osimhen should have reduced? And if he had reduced, does it have anything to do with this price tag that Napoli are holding on to? You understand? Hopefully they get this final deal, get accepted. But this is a saga that has been going on for far too long. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Let me have your reaction, and then kindly like and subscribe and switch on your notification bell so that you'll be watching our subsequent video.